there are a couple of image. So you can forget about this image because it is confusing. So I will just deleting this image, Docker RMI. I think we should wait. Okay. Anyways, so these are the images I have created. This is one the basic image I use it. That is base image. Specifically is 5 GB image of Windows. On the top of that, I have created this image and this image. Okay. This image is related with the web app and this image is related with the Perio. Okay.
Okay.
So specifically while checking how it is going to be created. So in the C drive, there is a Docker folder. In that Docker folder, we have some basic requirement for creating the image. The first basic requirement, we require the application app folder in which all our artifacts will be there. So this is the web app application folder in which all the web app applications files are there. And secondly is we required one Docker file we supposed to be created. I am just opening this Docker file. So first you see that specifically to install the web app application, we generally require the IIS as a web server. And once we configure the web server, we just need to be configure our one app applications over there. And after app applications, I install and give the physical path. My application is able to browse my first page of the URL and it should be able to log in. So this is the basic requirement for creating this IIS app application or web applications. On the top of that, we required one our artifacts specifically. So I'll show you a specific in our web app server. You can see once you you can see once you logged in over there, you can find out.
Yes.
This IIS server, in which IIS server you can find out as a default web pool. In that web pool, there is an app pool. In that app pool, once you right click and just explore it, it is going to be export to your C drive app folder where all your information is there, means application information or application is there. And if you see the basic settings of this app, so it is app with application pool as a default pool and the physical path. This is the basic only requirement to create our IIS web server for the web app. Other than that, there is nothing required specifically. So how I should achieve installing the app server in my Docker image? Because see, this is the plain image I use it first, in which only Docker is installed and 5 GB Windows 2019 server image is there, Docker image. So I just download or pull this image from the Docker Hub specifically, and nothing is installed over there. Now this is the plain Windows server in which I supposed to be install the IIS and my basic IIS settings so that my image should be ready specifically. For that purpose, I supposed to be create one Docker file. So this is the Docker file. You can see that this is the base image I mentioned specifically, which is I already downloaded from the Docker Hub. And after that, using the PowerShell scripting, I install some features of the web server, including some IIS configurations over there, in which when I going to be create any IIS servers and choosing some options from the IIS in the roles, I required AppDev, Nextech. These are all the basic requirement I required while installing the IIS servers on the Windows. So that installation should be going to be happen via this PowerShell scripting into this image. Okay. After that, there is some specific stream monitoring going to be executed specifically from the .NET webinar this server, so that .NET framework also going to be installed at latest version of 4.8, which is the basic requirement on the IIS2 as per our web server. So these two commands is going to be set up our entire IIS properly, which we required for our web server.
Okay.
After that, there is a one run command in which I supposed to be create a one pool called as an app, which I show over here you. Okay.
Okay.
Where is that? No. Okay. So this is the app pool which I have created. Okay. And in that app pool, we require default website specifically as a, and the application pool should be a default. So this is the instructions or the set of the instructions, we can say that, where I supposed to be mentioned to create the right click of web pool, and then the default I supposed to be assigned the default app pools and the physical path. So that is going to be happen by using the PowerShell script specifically. So this is the PowerShell script I'm going to be executed using the run command in the Docker file for again.
Okay.
And the third one is in my C folder, there is an app folder. I supposed to be copy this app folder into the development C app, so that my physical part development C app should be available for my browsing.
Sorry for interrupting. Can you please show me once how to execute these sort of things in PowerShell?
How to
execute?
This is going to be executed, no? In the PowerShell script.
Yeah. Can you please open the PowerShell and can you please show me once?
Okay. Now. See, so you want I supposed to be uninstall and install once again, or should I just want to execute the command?
Just execute one.
Okay.
I want to see that output.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Same way, the new application web app is going to be, for example, I'm just deleting this one right now. For example, this is one in the IIS. And I'm just deleting, for example, I'm removing this. Okay. I just removed now. Now there is nothing. Where is the refresh option?
Restart is the refresh is not.
Okay.
Above is refresh.
Huh?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Now once I execute this one, no? Sorry, this is not going to be happen because of this option. So once I execute it, it is going to create the app pools, and it says, so once I browse it on this IIS now, you can see this is created, right? Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So by using these two command, I am just going to create the website as an app website name, default website name in the default options. Force is nothing but a forcefully it is going to be executed whether my PowerShell script could be administrator privilege or not, according to that one. And the physical path, which is I also mentioned specifically. Once we click on the physical path, we're supposed to mention the physical path and everything. And default pool should be the default application pool.
Webo, I have one doubt. Like this web app application can be accessed through Docker container, right? Like why is it is required to create app in IIS?
No, I am just using same this server to execute whether my commands are proper or not. I will going to execute that command over here first, and then after that I finalize this Docker image.
Okay. So it
Instead
is
of
not.
going to any one other servers and then check and then execute some commands, and all. So this is the best demo, something like that. If I uninstall the IIS from here, okay,
Yeah.
and from this command, from this command till this command, whether my IIS properly configured or not, that is
Yeah.
the demo which I did it on this server.
Okay.
Okay. Otherwise, if I I will use this one as it is in my Docker image, but I could not able to go inside a Docker image and go take the GUI. In that case, then I don't know exactly whether it is completed properly or not, right?
Correct.
So until this entire thing is in this Windows server, plain Windows server, install the IIS and configure the IIS till this point. Is it clear?
Okay.
Now my web app application is ready. I only want to copy my entire code in particular location such a way that my application able to browse. And this is by default 80 port. Generally, we know that it is happening on port number 80. So I just use the port expose as a 80. And this is the entry point where my container should be run for all the times. Otherwise, only application is going to be execute. And once the request is not there on that application, container going to be shut it down. Okay.
Yeah.
So for that purpose, I supposed to be use this exe continuously going to be run on entry point so that container should be run properly for all the times. So by using this entire Docker file, once I execute a Docker build command, there are a couple of options for Docker build, and then particularly this is the image name. Sorry. This is the image name which I supposed to be used.
Okay.
Then colon and whatever the tag I supposed to be assigned. For example, this is my web app image. Okay.
Yeah.
So using this command, I'm supposed to be execute and create my Docker image. So once I just place enter, it is going to be create my entire this image specifically for my web app application, including my everything IIS configurations and my code over there. Once the image is ready, I can see Docker images in which I can see that this is my images already ready. I was prepared 5 months before for that one. So once it is ready now. So once it is ready, I supposed to be execute the command Docker run and then particular -d as the option for the detached mode, and then -p is the options where I can browse the entire and Docker my applications from internal Docker containers to external one. So 8080 and then this image name which I already created over here.
Okay.
So this is my basic Docker run command to be execute the container, and container is going to be start. Once the container is start, I just use the IP address of this server and browse on port 80. I will get my web page.
Okay.
So this is the now while configuring while running the any server specifically, whatever we want only a basic Windows 2019 server. For example, I just want to create one environment for any one of the organization called as a CHY, as a something sales environment. So what I want, it is not yet finalized, but it should be, we supposed to be going to be create all the containers either on the single machines or as per the Chandra's or whatever the architecture we are going to propose, we require at least 2 or 3 machines, Windows machine, or one Windows machine or one Linux machine and one database machine, in which I supposed to be run my web app, Periop and Mirth on this VM, in which one is going to be run on port 80, second should be on 82, and third should be on 83, or whatever the port we are going to be assigned properly for the one application server, for the one entire Mirth, Periop and web app server. Second, my analytics should be on the Linux, so that is the Linux another VMware required. And third one is the database. Generally, we supposed to record as a database server as a Windows 2019 or whatever we are going to be used with the MS SQL. So we just only require 2 VMs while creating any environment further more, in which I supposed to be run these 3 containers of my application on the single VM, allowing some memory over there, and only one Linux specifically for the analytic purpose on the another another Linux platform, and one database server. So if suppose I just want to create any sales environment for that, so I want only one plain Windows 2019 in which I supposed to be download my this images from my Artifactory, specifically which we supposed to be on DevOps. So DevOps is going to be create this Docker images specifically for us, and it will going to be available on the Artifactory of the DevOps specifically, or in the Azure Artifactory. And once I just use the Docker pull command, for example, from my environment, like Docker pull and my Artifactory name. For example, my Artifactory name should be something for mobile .inc.com, and specifically slash, in which I have something my Artifactory should be in the slash something we can call as a QA. I want from the QA, so Artifactory, and the my another QA, and the application name is web app. So I just, and tag should be latest. So latest image or latest version of the web app server, web app image I supposed to be pulled on this server using this command, and just run docker run command. So my application is start. I do not want to configure any IIS, any applications, and dumkan, anything. I do not want anything. So I just want just pull the image and start the application using docker run. So only 2 command I can just perform on this server, and my web app is ready. Same way, my Periop should be something into this same folder, and I also want the latest version or something, version number something 39.40. So I just download that version by using docker pull command and just run the docker run command, and my Periop should be available. And third should be the Mirth, which is we are going to be also creating the Docker image specifically. So my entire Mirth, web app, and Periop is on the single VM. Then I just do the same thing on my Linux server. Just use the Docker pull core mobile inc.com/QA analytic latest options, and just start the Docker run using the Docker run command, and analytics should be available with all the configuration. Everything going to be connected with databases which I provided in my entire folders or subfolders over here, and then connection should be ready, and application should be ready. I just provide the URL to the anyone, and it start working. So by using this way, we can easily achieve any repetitive configuration changes or configuration options for creating any such environment in future. Same way, I am just coming with the Periop, which I did it prior to 13 days ago. So in the Periop again, what I want, that was a complete different options we want specifically for creating the Periop server. First thing, I want my application. So I just downloaded it or copy the application from the development folder from the QA over here, specifically in my C drive. Docker folder. Smita suggested like that we also required one data folder in which some of the data subfolders we require mandatory for the data. For example, here some files and some Images are there, which is going to be available specifically for browsing the content, for example. So these types of folders and some files are required to configure first time environment. So that's I copy again from the QA server over here. And so these two folder I copy and I just keep in my C Docker folder. Now I prepared one Docker image, same way as a web app to create the PeriOps server. Now PeriOps server is a little bit complicated because PeriOps server till this configuration it is same. For example, I want the one base for Docker, one base Docker engine server in which I supposed to be install my IIS and configure the IIS, and till this point it is same as a web app. After that, in this PeriOps, I require 3 application pool. One is the CMD display, second one is the server integration app store, and third one is the GeoTrack API. So I configured these 3 application web pool and the 3 physical path along with the application pool required as per the QA or as per the developers. So this is the 3 websites I have created, we can say that, or virtual directory, we can say that. And for this geographic, the pool name is different, so I configured over here. After that 3, they required also some virtual directory where we called as a virtual folder, virtual directory folder. So that also required specifically other than the application pool. So that virtual directory I configure, and that virtual directory name is the asset, core data, CRM file. What are the importance we require? Images, for the images, and the logs according to my application and code. So that virtual directory I have created. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 virtual directory we required. You can go in the QA PeriOps server and you can see. And there is a 3 application web pools and the 6 virtual directory we configure for the in the QA, so that you will get the clear idea of that. And after that, my development code is going to be copied into the C development according to this application where as per the code I'm going to be browsed from the C development CM display over here. Then because this development has different subfolders, so according to that one, the physical path going to particularly that location, and you will see the pages according to the data should be going to be copied into this location as per the requirement of the developer. And the crystals is also going to be copied into the C crystal location because it is contain the logs and some other things. So according to that one, I have just added these 3 from source to destination. And after that, there is some there were some requirement for the environment variable configuration. So you can see that in the environment, once we configure the entire things, we supposed to be have some 2 different configuration available for that, in which one is the environment variable, and second one is be the our database connections and our organization should be outside the Docker image. For example, this is the Docker image generally we are going to be create, right, for all the customers.
So you are going to invoke that batch file using the Docker file, right?
So that this is the batch file I'm going to be invoke using this one. So in which my whatever the I have put in the in this actually crystal folder. This is the SQL server string specifically, which we need to be update or edit every time as per our customer requirement. So that is going to be copied from this location specifically using this command, copy command, from this location to this location. So my SQL database connection should be different for the customer wise. Again, my SQL connection server text that is the way I show you, and also the JSON file which have the organization structure. So we have a couple of organizations, so they have to be modified organization according to that organization going to be created in the period. So that organization also I have put these two files outside the containers or Docker image, you can say that. And to execute this batch, this environment variable using the PowerShell script also going to be executed using this batch file. So once you see that by using this edit options, sorry, this is the, I'm sorry, edit open with, you can see that this, oh really, environment, no, I think command not is there. Okay, it should be inside the, okay, here, sorry. So this is the command where once we execute this command, our once you go inside the this is the command is going to be set up your environment variable specifically into your environment variable options. For example, I will show you. This is the command. I am just copying. Okay, and if I execute prior to that one, I will show you how it is. So you can see that in server manager manage, there is a no. Okay, computer management. In that computer management, you can see, no, not computer management, tools, computer services. Sorry, why am
What you need to check?
I want that advanced option for the environment variable by clicking my computer or my PC.
Right click on my computer. Open that. Yeah, properties.
So in the advanced
Advanced
settings,
systems.
once you see the environment variable, so you can see that this is the environment variable. I am removing that one right now, which I already tested over here for whether I'm correct or not. So you can see I already deleted now. Okay, and apply. Okay, now once I see settings, environment variables, and see, you cannot see any such types of variable right now over here, right? So once I execute using the PowerShell script, I will show one by one. So we need to be vary this URL according to our environment settings specifically for that customer. So right now I just use the for testing purpose QA URL over here. So we need to be vary that URL according to our customer, that you are aware about that. Okay. So once I execute using the PowerShell script, you can see that again once I click on this advanced settings and sorry, environment, you can see this is there, right? So these types of settings we also required specifically for setting the environment. So this is the PowerShell script need to be executed once before we start the container. So that environment going to be set to our Docker container properly, specifically for this OS, which we are using the base OS along with the IS, right? In which I mentioned over here. Okay, for this OS, we required also the environment should be set and varied. So according to that one, यार कितना फोन आ रहे हैं क्या फालतूगिरी है. So that environment going to be set by using this environment.PowerShell script specifically. So that is going to be execute once we start the container using this entry point also. So this is the script I have added using the entry point is going to be called this bat script going to be called. In that bat script we're supposed to be copy the two files along with we're supposed to be execute the our PowerShell script. In the single command this bat is going to be called our PowerShell script also and the copy command also specifically. So in the single entry point we supposed to be achieve the two tasks which is generally required to be added in the Docker files 2 times. I just achieved in the single options over here. Okay, so this is the way, and again it is running on port 80 and the entry points like to start our containers continuously. I use this option. So by using this way, our PERIOP image is ready, and once you execute this, there is a different options to run the start the containers specifically for the PERIOP, which I will show you over here. So this is the volume mount I supposed to be going to mount because these crystal folders have some files which we required specifically to copy. So because container should be aware about and it should have it should require the options available to copy some files from the host to the container inside. So using this docker run command, we're supposed to be mount the Docker volume also as a crystal specifically because C is also available in the crystal, and then the execution should be happen. And prior to the start the container, the whatever the file we are putting into this C folder crystal, for example server connections and the organization JSON, according to that one, that is going to be copied inside the container as per the customers required, and this PowerShell scripting going to be execute properly. Along with that, I also require the bat file over there. Sorry, which I haven't mentioned over here. So yes, so using this way, this is the prerequisites. While configuring any PERIOP server, we required in the our C drive, we required one crystal folder, and just only these 4 files should be there, so that that 4 files. So once it is available specifically, and once you execute the Docker run command, according to that one, our setup or environment should be ready. So using this way, the PERIOP is also configured properly. So now the third is the mirth one, but prior to that one, yesterday whatever we discussed with the Chandra told like that we supposed to be create one environment in which we are going to use only these Docker files for the web app and PERIOP, and our database and the mirth and analytics should be as it is, as we have right now, and just give the URL to the QA so that they should be do the testing properly, and they should give okay both files or whatever the images we created as correct, have some issues, something not working. According to that one, we corrected out this both images properly again. If suppose there is any issue, as per our sake of convenience is correct proper, there is no problem at all. But we don't know exactly whether the code is going to be run having some limitation to using the container specifically for some of the point or some of the entry point or somewhere else specifically while copying from file from this container to the analytic or browsing from analytic to the mirth or mirth to the database, whatever the problem we might be getting faced, that will going to resolve first, and according to that, after that one we should be go for the mirth and analytic and then completed the error entrance. So now I think Uday and Usha, you should prepare one VM for as same as this is like this is the Windows 2019 VM, and in which you copy. I will give how to copy the from this folder to this server to that server on both images and start the container, and then after that you also create one mirth analytic and the ask some database also going to be used or some development database we supposed to be create on the development database servers, and then use that too, and give the URL to the QA so that they just test it for the web app and periop, whether it is correct or not. According to that one, then we'll go for the furthermore.
Okay, Vaibhav, I'm just refining what you said. So whatever the images you have created for PREAP and web app, that we can use it as it is. And for Mirth and Linux analytics installation, we have to create on the same VM, right? That we are going to have another one.
No, actually now, for our testing, whatever we are dealing right now, or whatever we are doing, we could not touch for any dev QA right now, whatever running it is, right?
Right.
Forget about that one. Now, for example, any one of the customer create or any customer environment we want, whatever we want one web server, right? One analytics, one PREAP server, one analytics server, right? One merge server, and one database server, right?
Right.
Just hold on. Okay. So right now we have 2 Docker images available for this PREAP and web app, right?
Right.
So I just want to show. I will create one VM of server 2019 with a Docker engine. Okay, that image is available. You can search in AMI.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the one VM which is I am going to use for my web app and PREAP. Okay. So I supposed to be run the Docker containers or Docker container on that server, right?
Right.
First thing we supposed to be do. Second thing, for testing purpose, we could not give only these 2 VMs and we could not give the URL because the testing should not be happen properly, right? Which, for example, I also required one analytic, right? One Mirth and one database. We suppose whatever we are right now doing as per our DevOps practice to create any new environment, we supposed to be do as it is, right?
Right.
Create. We supposed to do as it is, right?
Right.
Once everything, so for analytic we require one Linux, right? And for Mirth we require one window, right?
Right.
For this database, either we supposed to be check whether I supposed to use the dev database or QA database, or I supposed to be create one new database on same server and use that one. That is depend upon the DBA or any developers or something, or otherwise create a new database servers also, because and copy the database from any dev QA server, whatever we are going to be used for this testing. For example, for entire testing we are going to be use the QA as a QA. So copy the QA data to the new database and create a new database also from the QA itself. Okay. So for example, QA, I am going to use QA web app code and QA PREAP code, and QA analytic code and QA Mirth code, and so that my database also should be QA. So copy the any one QA database and also install on the database new database server. So
you can clone any database server.
Not clone. We take a backup of the one of the QA database server and then restore that.
Okay.
So this is the environment you configured, right? So, okay, we can call this as we called this is the Docker testing environment. Okay. Environment. Now this Docker testing environment, we have 2 Docker images, which is we have to be tested properly using all this combination. So after this, that you can check with the QA and dev, specifically by giving the URL to them, right? So once the environment is ready, there should be one URL for this environment, right? एक URL होगा ना इसके लिए. So that URL you should be provide to the QA or the dev as per the Chandra will ask us, or as per the Chandra going to tell us. So according to that one, we supposed to be provide that URL to this dev and QA members, and they will check by using the web app URL whether web app correctly working or not, by using the page app URL, page app is correctly working or not. If suppose they say that, oh, PeriOp having some this issue, then we'll see what are the changes required in this Docker image. According to that one, we will be corrected it and we'll again redeploy it on this environment, and we'll again provide the URL. We corrected and fixed it. You can check it now. Okay.
Okay, but Vaibhav, this already whatever you have developed the images, right, for web app and PeriApp, have they been tested by them already, or we have still to do?
That's why that yesterday I already tell. Sorry. That's why yesterday I already told to that Chandra specifically couple of times that images they supposed to be tested piece by piece by accessing some URLs on locally itself, and after that we will put in the environment. But Chandra said no. Actually, that should be going to be tested by you. I said that I don't know exactly the flow and how is the coding should be happen inside. So that should be going by other developers or the QA. We can only whatever I am going to be create. I am saying that it is 100% correct. But I just want to double check whether it is 100% correct or not. So better way by giving the entire URL to them instead of asking them to test it piece by piece. He said no.
Right.
So generally,
yeah, that's I agree. So what I'm also see as a backend team, we can only check the front end. I mean the URL part, and as you said, the piece by piece code part, if they can confirm. Even my suggestion is like until unless these two are completely sure from their side, if we combine all of them also, there won't be. I mean, we can start it parallelly, but combining all of them without testing the first two parts, if there is any issue in the first two parts, that may hold up the further going process, like for the mirth and analytics and all. But we can still start it, but as you suggested, the complete testing part on web app and PeriApp should be done first, then we can move to the further part while it is still building up.
Yes. So anyways, whatever he told, he is the CEO of company. So so specifically, I was interested like that for the web app. I think Chari, you know that once our VM is ready, our Docker image was ready, then we asked them to browse the URL, and I think Aditi was tested properly all the URLs, all the pages is right by logged in.
Right.
And same way they're supposed to be go for the PeriApp also, which I was expecting, but now why it is changed, I don't know.
Okay, but Vaibhav, can you please suggest at least we can use these two images that you have already built for the next process, for for integrating with the analytics that we are going to build?
Analytic we haven't going to build yet. Analytic and mirth and that is still pending. So
Yeah, yeah, I understood that we have to still build, but we can use these already built up images, right?
For example, now the QA going to be used that, and they will be give some errors or some issues or some problems in this one. Till that time, probably if suppose unfortunately there was no any issue concern, then we definitely go for the mirth and analytics simultaneously.
Okay.
If suppose there is any problem, then we can fix this first, and then we should go for the mirth analytics then.
Okay.
Okay, as per yesterday discussion happened with Chandra. So now you can just call this environment as a Docker testing environment or a Docker environment, in which two already we are using the Docker images, and rest three would be the without Docker, and configure one environment and provide that URL to the tester or dev. So by sending a mail like that, we configure the one our web app and PerioApp as a Docker images and another analytic Mirth and database without Dockers. And just this is the URL specifically. You can test it and let us know is there any issue specifically for the functional testing or our screening testing, right? And let's see how is there any feedback or is there any bounce happen should be on that side. According to that one, then we'll see what is happening, and then accordingly we can correct it if suppose we want to be corrected in the web or period. If not, then if they say that everything is perfectly working fine, then we'll go for the Mirth and Mirth as a third one and analytic for the fourth one.
Okay, so now now the further movement is on the analytics and Mirth, right, Vaibhav? Without a Docker part.
Without a Docker part should be, for the time being we required without a Docker part for testing these two images, for this environment.
Okay, that testing part also. So parallelly we do the testing part by the developers and setting up analytics in Mirth.
That is not yet started. Let's see. Actually, once we create the environment and give the URL to them, after that we'll start on that Mirth analytics.
Okay.
So now the thing is, you and Uday should be work on this environment specifically to our creating one environment in which we require 3 VMs. One VM for this Docker images to be run. Another 2 VMs should be for this analytic and Mirth specifically. Okay. And one should be on the database side, or otherwise we can use the any of the database instance specifically. That is depend upon. Let's see. I think Chandra will comment on that side. And then after that, once the environment is ready, you can give the URL and ask to test. Once they are going to be start testing, and till that time, if suppose there is no issue, then we should move for the on this server. On this server, we will move for the next options for the Mirth, and third should be on the analytics side. Okay.
Dockerization, right?
Dockerization, yes.
And DB would be, if as far as I know, it would be on Windows, if I'm not wrong.
DB is also on the Windows side, but we do not want to do any Dockerization for the DB yet because it is not recommended. So DB Dockerization we will not do. Only the Mirth and analytics should be there. Now after this one also there is a certification issue and certificate and options and so many things. So that again we want to be added in the either in the Docker's image, or it should be separate for the Docker images. That is another huge discussion should be going to be happen. Generally, without certificate is the best option, and we supposed to be the load balancer. But we haven't tested any of our code on the load balancer yet. So I don't know whether it is going to be applicable within some days on our DevQA environment or not. That is again the big problem.
And even art store management also, you are planning anything, Vaibhav, or after all the setup we do?
Pardon?
Art store management, like Azure Artifactory, where we maintain these images.
Azure Artifactory, yeah, that is in the CI/CD pipeline. Will we see after once everything is proper and once Chandra will give the go on option specifically.
Okay.
After that one we'll be insert into our CI/CD pipeline, and according to that one, artifacts and this Docker image both will be available for on the Artifactory for us.
Right. Okay.
So that will be the another options. After that we.
Yeah, that's all the last part, I guess, if everything is in place.
That is the separate story. Once everything perfect fine and we tested thoroughly specifically into the our this environment, this Docker environment, then after that will we move how the our CI/CD going to be created Docker images, and then after that how it is going to be deployed into our this any of the environment.
Okay, Vaibhav, I'm clear.
For the time being, right now, you just create the plain environment, one 2019 Windows server. Then second should be something like that for analytic, one Linux server, and install the analytic on that side, merge server, and install the merge on that side, and database also. Once everything is ready from this point of view, I will tell you how to copy these images into this new Windows server, and then how to run the Docker run command on that one. Okay. And then configuration part of this, all these 5 environment according to our databases and URLs and all that, we'll see in one day, in something like that in night or evening meeting. And once everything proper, then we'll give the URL to the testing purpose to the QA and developers.
Okay. Okay, Vaibhav. Just one doubt, Vaibhav. Actually, can't we take this server only for the testing purpose as you have already built?
Yeah, we can do this, but actually this server already we can keep for ourselves. For example, all of a sudden somebody says that, oh, this is the old applications or application code. We require latest code for our testing purpose. So in that case, we can keep these VMs as for example, for us to create the latest Docker image for the time being. Once everything perfectly, then we can delete this VM. There is no problem.
Okay.
So this is for our, you can keep this VM for ourselves as a DevOps Docker engine to create a latest code image or to do some R&D or something required plus minus into our image. In that time, we require one systems at least where we can play, right?
Okay, got
So
it.
you can keep this image, this server for ourselves specifically to recreate or rebuild any Docker image and copy from this server to anywhere for the time being, because we do not have a repository and create or build a Docker images option somewhere else. So you can keep this as an extra for us or as a playground for us.
Yes, understood. Okay. So understood, Vaibhav. We will start with the analytics installation, Mirth and DB. Then we will again come back. We'll connect again for the Docker images copy for web app and period.
Yes, actually, you should finish this one as soon as possible by tomorrow end of the day, and also create one VM, one image, or just want to do something like that. Search the 2019 Docker image AMI on Windows and in our AWS AMI, and just use it. Okay. Or otherwise, I think I have also the snapshot of this VM, so you can restore the snapshot of this VM and just you create that server too. That's no problem. Okay.
Okay, Vaibhav, you're saying by tomorrow the machine should be ready or the installation?
This machine should be ready. Machines and something like that, analytic or installation should be there. No?
Okay.
And once after day after tomorrow, once this VMs also means on the next day, once the VMs are ready, we'll configure one by one properly as per our documentations available, and according to that one, we'll provide the URL to them. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Then we'll be wait for them for 1 day, and then after that we'll be asked in Chandra, our environment is ready, URL is ready, and whether that QA developer should be tested or some sanity testing should be on that URL, and shall we go for the another Dockerizations for the Mirth or analytic specific.
Okay, Vaibhav, I got it on that. So by tomorrow we will be ready with the machines, and we'll keep on posting the update like where we are in what step.
Sure, no problem. And then after that, he might be going to assign some task that URL testing task to some of the QA, and they will update us according to that. Okay.
What, Vaibhav? Sorry, can you repeat that last statement?
Once we give the URL to the Chandra and the QA, the Chandra will assign that task to, or the Sandeep will going to assign the task to the QA to test it on this environment also, the basic sanitary testings specifically. And according to that one, we will get the feedback, and then we on the next day or then the same day we can ask Chandra whether we should be go for the another Dockerization or should we, or any things we need to be fixed on this environment. We'll see.
Okay, Vaibhav, sure.
Okay. So Uday,
Yeah, I'm clear from my side. Uday, check
Yeah.
the chat. If you have any doubts, you can ask.
okay. And you also got basic idea, right? How I just create these both images using this Docker file.
What Vaibhav? The question was for me.
I think you got that idea about that one of the Docker file and how I created images, right?
Yes, I got it, Vaibhav, because we practiced actually. So we executed the .exe file. So I was looking where that part is actually fulfilling in this Docker file. So we are copying the deployment folder directly into the container machine, right? So I think there it is completing that step.
Yeah. After this is the for the our configuration part of our server, and after that we are just copying the artifacts into particular location into the Docker images.
Okay.
And for the CI pipeline, we supposed to be use the same Docker file, and instead of this copy add command, we are going to replace the particular location into the CI where the our workplace is going to be generated in the Docker DevOps. According to that one, we supposed to be replacing these folders to the this location. So what are the folders our CI pipeline providing the artifacts specifically on our machines? So that is going to be that is going to be replacing the Docker file. And once we checked in this Docker file into our CI pipelines, then the Docker image is going to be using the latest code once the CI is going to be available with the latest code according to our Docker images available into our Artifactory.
Okay.
Right now, I just manually copying from the any of the latest server for just creating the image for our testing purpose. Right?
Got it.
So anything, any questions on the Docker side, at least for these two VMs or two Docker images? Chari?
No, on my side.
Vaibhav, is there any plan like when we spin up a container to bring up both PREP and web app in one run, like with one Docker file?
No,
Or
no, there should
we
be
do?
two because this is the two different servers, no?
Okay, but the plan is to maintain PREP and web app on one Windows, no? Like
That
that.
at once the code is available, according to that one, will be changed in the one our Docker file.
That's what. Okay, okay, I got it.
And right now, whatever we have, that we supposed to be we are doing right now, as per the according to our architectures, whatever we have. Once in future something like that, all the applications should be on the one single VMs. So according to that one, we'll change on our Docker files, and there should be only one Docker image for all.
Yes, yes. Instead of two, we can maintain one image in that case. In future, once all are tested properly.
Whatever they are going to be combined, everything in one. According to that one, we are going to be create only one Docker images, and one application should be run.
Right. Okay.
Right now, whatever the architecture we have near about 5 VMs and one database. So according to that one, we are just creating for the separate right now.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything? Shall I discontinue this?
Yeah, you can disconnect.
Yeah, I'm stopping recording.
Wait, don't stop. Anyhow, like I need to continue with this analytic server setup, right? Only one last topic is pending.
Okay, we can have 2 videos so that we can upload easily. Sorry, what do you say?
Okay. Yes. I know it will take 10 to 15 minutes. That's it.
Then I'll continue then. Okay.
But that file should be very heavy. You can discontinue right now and again start a new recording. So that will be easy.
Okay, I'm stopping.
Okay, if I stop, will it save, right? If